What is this hot garbage? Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Justin, and welcome back to the Old Tech Dream. It has been a minute, hasn't it? I won't go into details, but things have been getting a little bit hectic. But none of that's really relevant right now because we need to get back to the nitty-gritty. The tech is on. And ladies and gentlemen, today's video is interesting because it's a bit of a random find that I have. So, introducing the Casio EV-570. What even is it? Well, if you can't tell from its size and the screen type of thing, oh, and the fact I'm holding in an antenna as a pointing stick, which actually would connect right there if I didn't have the screw in. This is a portable television. And yeah, that's pretty much all you can say. It's a portable television. Now, the portable television thing was not necessarily a new thing. It's been going on for quite a while. The idea of a small, compact machine that can display the things that you're wanting to watch over the airwaves. The difference is this was a rather compact form factor, and it's not necessarily hard to understand it. The miniaturization of technology over time is a pretty fantastic thing. To go from a giant CRT, even a relatively large one for a small, compact form factor, to something that you could literally put in your pocket, a little beefy, but you could put it in your pocket, is kind of just an amazing piece of technology. That said, these things are relatively worthless now in 2018, mostly because of the digital transition. That happened back in like 2011, I believe, where basically all of the airwaves that were doing the UHF and VHF stuff, that all got cut and they transitioned to a digital television world. And so this little stick really is nothing more than a stick now. See, look, I can point at it. It says Casio. It says TFT right there. Active Matrix. LCD color television EV-570. I might use this in the future. But yes, the EV-570 is nothing special. It is just another one of your little compact televisions. But that does beg the question, what can you do with it in 2018? Well, not much. And that's why this video is actually going to be quite short for what it is. I'm calling it a mini because it's not going to take much to do anything with it. Do a quick hardware overview of it. You can see there's the small, I believe it's a 2.4-inch display. Not much, but decent enough. You have all this like descriptors for your UHF and VHF channels, as well as your tuning buttons. The screen does not look as amazing as it could be. On the side here, we have a port for it to actually make sense to flip it. Can I get focus too? I don't think this background is going to work, guys. I can't believe the hassle I'm going through to try and focus this. And it refuses. I need a real camera. This is awful. Oh, jeez. After like 15 minutes of struggle, I finally get it to focus. So, we are looking at the earpiece. So, of course, you could plug in your earphones and listen to it that way. Have brightness, which is actually kind of crappy. Volume, which is... it goes pretty high, but it distorts a lot. And over here we have TV and sound. This actually lets you turn off the video signal in case you only want to hear the sounds of whatever. If you're able to tune into NTV at the time, you can just turn it into basically a glorified radio. On the top, we're looking at an external antenna and a light fixture that tells you that it's on. External antenna, I don't really know why you would do that when you would just use the one that plugs into the thing, but whatever. Nothing really much on the bottom, but on the back we do have this nice little kickstand, which also is where we house the AAA batteries, which This thing seems to chew through. From what I've read, it's about 2 to 2.5 hours of use. A little bit of information in case you're looking for it. And on the other side, we are looking at our UHF and VFH toggles, including the off stand, which means you can just turn it off, a audio and video input, and a DC in case you just want to have this thing mounted or something and just do it that way. But let's get to actually using this, shall we? You have to forgive me for the super jank shaky cam nonsense, which is fortunately being controlled a little bit by OIS, optical image stabilization. That's the magic of cell phones, huh? But anyway, yeah, we're kind of sitting at the countertop where all of my various gadgets are, which isn't much actually. This isn't even my main table. A couple of tapes, type things, nice little CRT, and a GameCube, which doesn't have a game in yet, but I'm going to resolve that. And yes, this is today's specimen. It is a Nintendo GameCube. I have like 3 controllers and a weird menagerie of cables. So what's even going on here? Well, first things first, we have these 3 cables. These are all the cables that are being connected to the GameCube using its standard input cable, the same one that you would find on the Super Nintendo and the Nintendo 64. And we finally changed with the Nintendo Wii. Composite, all standard stuff. But what's going on with all these weird cables and adapters? Well, these are basically glorified Y-splitters, but they're unique because it lets me do this, where I've merged the left and right channels of audio into the single channel, or in this case, adapt the composite video to a format that will correctly connect with the wires I have, because I have junk for wires. It's more expected to be plugged into like a VCR that doesn't have those types of cables embedded in the first place, but it works. And then it runs out to, where's that cable? When I take this cable and plug it into the Casio, what I get is, of course, a video feed. Now first, let's quickly show off what it's like when it's not able to do that. Just turn it on, and you just get a really bright light. Yeah, there's not much going on with this screen. That's because not much can go on, because there is no UHF and there is no VHF. I can do this, and it doesn't change much. I can press this button, and it changes the direction of the line there. Yeah, can't do much. So, we're going to take the cable, plug it into there, flip the kickstand, and now it's just kind of a blank slate. Ooh, another jump cut to a weird angle. I finally figured out a kind of assortment for this. But today we're going to be using Sonic Mega Collection on the GameCube to test things out. Mostly because it's an easy game that well, it's not even really just one game, it's a collection of games. And it's the easiest way for me to get started without having to get a memory card. Don't ask why there's 2 GameCube controllers plugged in. So, we have our little screen there, which I can't quite get set up in such a way to where it makes perfect sense, but I can lower it like that. That'd give us an angle where we can see the light of the GameCube. And I'll just power it on like that. And wow, you can't see anything, can you? Don't be surprised, because I can't either. That's the volume knob. Jesus! This thing really doesn't like white light. It seems to mess up this entire thing. That just turns it completely inverse. Can you see anything? Because I can't. Jesus. It's like a goddamn 240p video. Holy crap. After a lot of fiddling, I finally got to display things correctly. Which takes a lot of extra work that I don't have any reason to do. We'll play the Sonic Adventure 2 battle video. How about that? I think it can actually get pretty loud. To the detriment of any quality of your freaking audio. Yeah, it is just kind of a working. Can't really demonstrate anything more than just that. It's pretty much this. It's working. Let's back out of that video and try something different. Let's play Puyo. Because you can't complain about Puyo Pop. Just turn up the audio. I forget. I'm having to actually play through my phone's screen because it makes more sense to me. Yeah, whatever. I can't tell if I'm actually looking at red or not. I'm having such a hard time actually distinguishing what is what. This D-pad is terrible. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, I really don't know what I'm doing right now. Why have I decided to play Puyo Pop? I don't even know how to play this. What is this hot garbage? Good God, I feel like an idiot. 137 seconds. Ah, yes. The real question remains, why am I not just playing my Sega Genesis? I don't know. What's worse is you can't see the amazing 60 FPS quality of this little TV. And I'm not going to be uploading it in 60 FPS either, so it's not going to matter at all. Just take my word for it, it looks amazing. It looks so crisp. Well, we had some good fun. We played around with some Sonic, and yeah, we showed off that, yes, a Casio, once it's functioning correctly, actually supplies a decent enough little picture. This really does look, at least to my eye, once it's at my angle, like a pretty reasonable little display. Like, in all fairness, it's a bit worse than, say, I don't know, the, what is it, the Sega Nomad's display, but in all fairness, it's pretty good, and it's compatible with just about anything you can hook it up to, in case you happen to have one of these goofy little 3.5mm to composite type cables. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, my name has been Justin. This has been an All-Tech Dream. If you are interested in a Casio EV-570 for some reason, I would suggest not. This was convenient because I paid $5 for this thing, and you can see it's pretty solid to me. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, with that said, thank you all for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe for more videos in the future, share the video out to help me get a little bit bigger and more inspired to do this type of stuff. And with that said, thank you all for watching, and I hope you all have a great day and night cycle.